She hadn't cried in months, not when he walked out, not when her mum passed, not when her bank account hit zero. Every day she smiled, made coffee, went to work, laughed at jokes that didn't land. A robot of habit in a quiet apartment, tidy, quiet, colourless. Then one evening she was making dinner. Nothing fancy, just eggs and rice. The recipe didn't call for it, but she added a pinch of salt. As she stirred, a spoon clattered to the floor. That's it, just a spoon. It hit the floor, bounced, spun twice and landed on its handle. She stared at it for a moment, then slowly, as if drawn by an invisible force, she sat down. On the opposite end of the table she stared at the spoon on the floor, and she wept. Not polite tears, the kind that shake your ribs, the kind that had been waiting, because it wasn't the spoon. It was everything before the spoon. The nights he'd held her close and whispered sweet nothings in her ear, only for her to wake up alone. The days she'd spent bargaining with fate, begging for just a little more time with her mom. The hours she'd wasted crying out to a God she wasn't even sure existed. The emptiness that had become her only company. The walls that had become her only confidants, the secret smiles she'd practiced in the mirror, the brave face she'd shown the world, all of it. And in that moment, with the weight of it all threatening to crush her, she let it go. She let out a sound that was years in the making, a cry that carried the echoes of 1,000 stifled sobs. A cry that spoke of a strength she didn't know she possessed, a resilience born out of the quiet desperation of a heart that had been holding on for too long. We often think of crying as a response to sadness, a reaction to pain. But sometimes, and maybe this is the hardest part, crying is a response to the absence of it all, a reaction to the hollowness that resides within us. And in that hollowness, in that silence, is where we find the quietest screams of our souls. Have you seen moments like this, or lived them? Well, here's the thing. Life is messy, complicated, and sometimes hard to understand. We all have moments where things break us, but not always in ways we expect or want. Sometimes it takes a tiny thing, like a dropped spoon, to remind us that it's okay to fall apart. So if you're going through something difficult right now, know that it's okay to feel what you're feeling. Cry those tears that have been waiting. Let that cry out. You've held on for too long. You are stronger than you think, more resilient than you feel right now. And one day, looking back at this moment, you will realize that it was the quietest scream you ever needed. That's all for today. If you found comfort or insight in this, subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell and share this with someone carrying too much in silence. And if you need someone to talk to, contact us with through any of communication channel on channel's description. And as always, thanks for listening.